The protagonist, Jane Eyre, is full of inferiorities in the eyes of others. She's not beautiful and has no wealth, but she has a strong personality. She refuses to accept the humble status given to her by the world, and strives to become the master of her own destiny. It shows us the sonorous modern soul of a woman from the old age, and reshapes the self that many modern women cannot find. At the same time, another theme is highlighted in this novel, namely the pursuit of true love and happiness without any prejudice and discrimination, which reflects the awakening and improvement of women's social life consciousness in a patriarchal society. The author Charlotte Bronte puts a new awakened woman from the lower class of society as the protagonist of the novel, and enthusiastically praises Jane Eyre for resisting oppression and social prejudice. This is the author's pursuit of an equal society for women at the time and the encouragement of status. One of the outstanding features of most of her works is the discussion of women's issues and the protection of women's rights. In the society of the 19th century, women meant that they were destined to be regulated in the symbolic order of a patriarchal society. However, Charlotte Bronte was unwilling to succumb to the shackles of the male society. Therefore, she wanted to change the marginal status of women in the patriarchal society through literary writing. So she explored and opened up an important choice of women's literature by imitating men.
Background: the establishment of the capitalist system. The July Revolution broke out in France in 1830. Since then, the French bourgeoisie has achieved a dominant position. In 1832, Britain implemented parliamentary reforms, and the dominant position of the British bourgeoisie has been further consolidated. Second, the British Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution not only greatly increased productivity but also saw a profound social change. Many women entered the ranks of industrialists. They come out of locked-in families and were now participating in social competition. In their labor practice, they broadened their horizons and increased their knowledge. Third, the wise reign of Queen Victoria. Under the rule of Queen Victoria, the British government established schools of all levels and types in order to meet the needs of capitalist development. It also guaranteed women and men the same right to receive education in the form of law. In addition, in terms of politics, the British Parliament has formulated a series of laws and regulations to protect women's rights and interests. These laws and regulations establish the status to women in society and the family, and ensure the equality between women and men. Female writers of the same period. In the 19th century, Britain experienced an upsurge of female literature. Among them, the more outstanding female writers are Jane Austen, Emily Bronte, George Eliot, Miss Garsky, and so on. Jane Austen rightly makes the female images in the novel no longer be supporting characters and makes them come out of the fantasy of beauty and integrate into the real society. Her novel Pride and Prejudice marked the formation of British female literature. Elizabeth in the book has a noble personality, neither modest nor overbearing, but also has the character of a gentle woman. She is the embodiment of an ideal woman. She is different from traditional women, but she is not a feminist. Emily Bronte's novel Wuthering Heights. It describes the persistent and firm love tragedy of the protagonist living and dying for love. The strong feelings and tragic life experience of the protagonist of the novel are also her own portrayal. Emily desires to return to nature and gain the freedom of the soul, to fight against the accepted order. In the novel False Mill, George Eliot described the young girl Maggie's desire for knowledge and the perplexity of her inability to satisfy her desire for knowledge, and called on women to enjoy the right to higher education. In another novel, The Doctrine of the Mean, Eliot used Dorothy's breakdown of marriage and ideals to reveal how the core ideas of patriarchy have stifled women's ideas in a patriarchal society, and accused the marriage system of suppressing women. Thank you.